She grabbed my hand, girls rescue, met the bar when it said tears fled the head, I'm waiting, I dare, she tweet, I guess she confess, she thinking less, not drinking less, bathroom says, best to get spontaneous, I stereotype, put to rest tonight, imagine, believe, and achieve, it works, Skyline as I rise like fireworks, smell through the back.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to this edition of the After the Storm. Of course, we are here talking about the OKC Thunder, the NBA draft, which has just started, and we waited for a minute before we got it because we knew that Victor Wembanyama was going to go first, so there was no drama involved in that, and so I was like, why are we going to come on and we're going to talk about that when we know who the number one pick is going to be. So I decided to wait to after the first pick just to see who was going to be drafted second. We knew the Spurs were going to go. Now the question is, where is Brandon Miller going to go and Scoot Henderson? Because those two things are going to answer a lot of questions that we have about, how the order of the draft is going to go. Because there has been some trades today in the NBA, so we knew based on the trades and what was going to happen, we know that this is also could lead to who's going to draft who, because when you look at today, the Warriors acquired Chris Paul for Jordan Poole and a 2030 first-round pick, a 2027 second-round pick for Jordan Poole to acquire Chris Paul, which, of course, they need a point guard, somebody that can facilitate, because of the simple fact that he doesn't have to play as much, which is going to keep his body together because he gets hurt so much. And then on the second side of that, it gets rid of the drama that Draymond Green created in the locker room. And, Jordan Poole, whatever. Jordan Poole could be a jerk or whatever people say. That's fine. That's cool. But that has zero to do with you sucker punching a guy. But the Warriors feel like they're in a win now mode. Clearly, they're not really going to. They're sacrificing their future for now. Clearly, that's why they got Chris Paul. They know they only have a couple years of Draymond Green being effective at all. Maybe 4 years of Steph Curry doing what he's doing. Now the next domino to drop is what they're going to do with Klay Thompson, talking about the Warriors. On the other side of that, you can look the Celtics traded. Okay, now this is what we're going to find out here. Right now, here in the second pick, let's go back to the draft, because now we're going to know. We're looking now who's going to take. Okay, Brandon Miller, of course, was drafted by Charlotte, which, that's a no-brainer. What are you going to do? You're not going to take Brandon Miller? Really? You're not taking Brandon Miller? Of course the hell you're taking Brandon Miller. Now, this is where everything gets crazy, because now the Portland Trailblazers are up, and the Portland Trailblazers now have to make a decision. Do they trade this pick and then keep Damian Lillard, or do they go ahead and take Scoot Henderson, which is clearly going to be his replacement down the stretch? So that's the question on what do you do here. If it's me, of course, I keep him, but I'm not them, so we shall see what's going to happen with that. But Brandon Miller is just an absolute beast. He just dominated the SEC this year as a freshman. He is just he's going to be a very, very good player in this league. He's got length, he's got mobility, he can shoot the jump shot, he can play defense, so he can defend on the wing, and he can also rebound and block shots. So he's very athletic. So great pickup by Charlotte, kind of exactly what we thought. Back to breaking news again. The Celtics traded Marcus Smart for Kristaps Porzingis, which he hasn't been healthy. Everybody's like, oh, that's what Chet is going to be. Well, if this is what Chet's going to be, Kristaps Porzingis, you play every now and then. He had a good rookie year, and he's been hurt ever since. He gives you a little bit. He blocks shots inside. He gives you a big man who can stretch the floor by knocking down threes. But on the other side of that, to me, for Marcus Smart, I understand that you got to do something different. I get that. So they want to be get a guy who can shoot threes. They want a guy who can block shots, which, if Robert Williams is not in there, they're dead inside. So he will help them there. The Celtics and the other side get the number 25 pick in this year's draft, plus 2024 first-round pick. The Grizzlies get Marcus Smart, and then, of course, which is good for them. And then the Wizards, I think, they've just, man. So they got Jordan Poole, and they got Tyus Jones, and Gallinari, and Muscala, plus the number 35 pick. So what that basically says to me is, remember the new GM for the Wizards was formerly at Oklahoma City, vice president of operations. So he already, I mean, he's already willing and dealing, kind of like what Sam Presti did. But look at the team he's putting together right there in Washington, and we will go over this more in detail tomorrow. What this means for the Wizards, how each team's improved, and what this does for him. But obviously, he has made a huge difference already, making trades for the Wizards. First of all, getting rid of Bradley Beal in that huge contract to make room for some people to sign some contracts. Then he gets rid of Porzingis, and he gets draft picks. Then he gets Tyus Jones on the other side of that. And he turns around and he gets Jordan Poole. So his backcourt is going to be just nasty, and he's going to have some other moves he's going to make. But, man, I can tell you the Wizards are really, really, really flying right now. I love everything that they do right now. So, and anyway, when you look at the mock draft, this is how the mock drafting is going, just as what we thought. Victor Wembanyama, number 1, and then Brandon Miller, number 2. Now, the question is, like I said, do they take Amen Thompson or do they take Scoot Henderson? I mean, that's what they've got to decide. And what their decision will dictate, I believe, what will happen with Damian Lillard. Because to me, that says everything about if they take him, what does that mean for them? What does that mean that they will do? I think that it will make a huge difference because, I mean, you can get a lot out of Damian Lillard. I mean, you can get tons out of him. So I don't see why you wouldn't go ahead and trade him. I mean, why not? I would. I would. I mean, because I like Damian. I like what he is. He's a monster. There's no question about that. But, I mean, I just take Scoot Henderson. I mean, it's just what I do. I mean, I would take Scoot. But, of course, I am not them. And so we don't know what really they're going to end up doing in the end. But, I mean, if it's me, it's kind of an easy decision as far as I'm concerned of what they should do. So, first of all, oh, man, I forgot to even say where I'm at. Let me go ahead and give our girls some love. We've got over here and, where we're at. I mean, some of you all who have been here know exactly where we're at. We are at Cat's Tavern, located at 901 64th between Chartel and Classen on 64th. So 63rd and Classen, you go north 1 block, make a right, and it's just right there on the north side of the street. You can't miss it. And that's where we're at today doing the live stream for the After the Storm, doing our live stream After the Storm for the NBA Draft 2023. So that's kind of what they think. But, I'm just interested to see what happens. But anyway, Cats is open from 12 to 2, Monday through Sunday. And, of course, we're here. Thank you to our sponsor for, getting us here. And our sponsor, of course, is YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, and our sponsor for us to go out and do remotes at minority, women, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. And, of course, we are at Cats and a women-owned business, and we appreciate YNB for their support. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go to the main bank at 401 Elm downtown, YNB East on the Yukon Parkway in 66, YNB Mustang, and here's a third pick coming in. But anyway, those are all the locations for the deal. And, of course, the Trailblazers take Scoot Henderson. How can you pass up on it? But now the $1 million question is very simple now. What do you do with Dame Lillard? Because Dame has already said he does not want to play with rookies. He wants to play with veterans. Jeremy Grant has said the same thing. He wants to play with veterans, not rookies. So they have basically got younger, and the question is, are you pairing him with Dame, or is he Dame's replacement? Because you remember you got Shaedon Sharpe there too. You've got a nice squad there already in a nice young squad there in Portland. So the $1 million question is what do you do with him now? I mean, what do you do with him? I know what I do with him. I trade him because this is what we had talked about yesterday on the Unpopular Hour. What would be Damian Lillard's destinations if they were to draft Scoot Henderson? Well, clearly, I like the Heat because they popped him up here first. The Sixers, him and Joel Embiid would be nice, there, but they'd get Tyrese Maxey, which is fine, but then you've already got guards. So, I think it'd be a nice addition to them, but they need some bigs. I mean, I guess, you could take and put a couple other pieces with that, but if he goes to Sixers, that would be nasty with Joel Embiid, but I think it would be a better fit with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo and that group. So that's kind of what I think about that. And then, of course, the Clippers are thinking about trading Paul George, which they're both injury ridden. They both haven't done anything, so I don't know why you'd want to keep him there. So, but anyway, next thing coming up. Okay, today is the draft, and then a week from tomorrow, a week from Friday, free agency begins. So that's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen there. But if you're watching the NBA draft, you get to see hopefully you're listening to me and watching the draft at the same time. But Scoot is just a monster. But you can see all the things I'm looking forward to watching him. We probably won't see Scoot. It looks like we won't see him based on who's in what league until the summer league. In the actual NBA summer league starts July 7th through the 17th in Vegas. So we probably won't see him to then, but we probably will see Victor Wembanyama in the California Classics there in Sacramento with the Heat, Lakers, Spurs, Warriors, and the Kings are all in that. So we probably will see Victor July 3rd and the 5th. I don't know if we will actually see him in Summer League based on what he does. I bet you he'll get a couple games, one, maybe two, because Banchero last year played one game and was just a beast, and they were like, okay, you're done until the season. So they may probably do the same thing with Wembanyama, or they may play him a little bit more because, remember, the NBA Summer League, actually all of the teams are there. They're not split up. So I'm interested to see what San Antonio is going to do in that particular space. So now the question is, the number 4 pick is coming up. What's going to happen here now? According to what I've been researching and looking up, the next person to take would be Amen Thompson. But I don't know if they're going to take him, but that's just what I've been looking at. Here's the mock draft right here. Amen Thompson would be the 4th overall pick, and I really like this kid a lot. I mean, I really do like him a lot. He is, he played with Overtime Elite, and he's one of the twins, and of course they were basically 20 years old playing against high school kids. So I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with that, but he and his twin are very, very good players. So interested to see what the Rockets are going to do right here with the 4th overall pick. I'm assuming they're going to go ahead and take Amen Thompson. That's what I would do. But, of course, I'm not a GM. And so far, based on what I've been seeing and reading, the draft has gone just as we thought. Now the question is, what do the Thunder do? Do the Thunder stay pat? Do they move up? Because, one thing that we have talked about, what are the Thunder needs? The Thunder needs, we need a three-point shooter. We need a wing defender. We need somebody for the inside presence, which for us it's just been really brutal, especially at the end of the year. We just could not rebound, and you've got to have an inside presence, a shot blocker, because if you're going to get more aggressive defensively, you have to have some sort of inside presence or somebody to kind of deter a little bit. Now, J Will did lead the NBA in charges taken. So that is an advantage right there. I like what he was doing there and taking charges. So that was magnificent what he did for the Thunder as far as inside presence. And then, but to me, I like a guy who's a three-point shooter. I like somebody that's a wing defender and inside presence, but I like a wing defender and a shooter all at once. That's what I would like if I had my choice. I don't have a choice. But if I had my choice, that's what I would do. I'd get somebody that could give me somebody. And this is the thing. Here are my picks right here. You've got Jarice Walker, who's a 6'6" wing from Houston. Anthony Black, 6'5" point guard from Arkansas. Taylor Hendricks, who is my favorite. That's who I like from UCF, but he'll probably be gone by 12. I don't think he'll be there. So then it goes again. Do the Thunder build through the draft, or do they trade and get something? Now, to me, I pull up and I get Taylor Hendricks. That's just me. Bilal Coulibaly, he is a nice future possibly for the Thunder. down the road because he's big. He played with Wembanyama there in France on their team, and of course they got beat, but they were more trying to get these guys ready for the NBA than they were trying to win games. Pick and rolls, how do you defend it? How do you use the pick and roll? How do you pick and pop, which means you set the screen and you pop out for the three, or you pick and you roll to the basket. So it's just going to be interesting to see what happens there. But these are the guys that I like. Kobe Ruffkin, the Michigan, a shooting guard, because if you go guard, which, there's several guards I have here. You can go guard with the Kobe Ruffkin. You can go guard with the Anthony Black. And I think Jerice Walker is more of a swing guy, but if you want to go to guard, then you know already what that means. If you get an Anthony Black or you get a Kobe Ruffkin, what that basically means is that is kind of lights out either for Trey Mann or for Isaiah Joe or both. So that's kind of what you're doing, going with the youth movement. But Trey did not help himself at all this year in the things that he was doing. So now, that being said, if you got a question or a comment, you can Skype me at 405-551-8300. That's 405-551-8300. Because if you send me a message on Facebook, I really won't see it because I'm too busy watching the draft and then on my phone, and then I'm also doing the show live, so I really won't know. So you probably have to text me if you have my number. So that's 405-551-8300. And then, of course, the commissioner is back up again here at the thing with his fourth pick for the Houston Rockets. And the Houston Rockets take Amen Thompson. Boy, we're on point today. We are on point today on After the Storm and picking players. Great choice by them. I don't know why you would not take this kid. I mean, they are stockpiling a group of kids, of this young talent. And the thing is this, they've got Ime Udoka, who's the former coach of the Celtics, of course, who had a little troubles. He's now the coach at Houston. James Harden is trying to go to Houston, which, once again, I don't know why you would do that, because you got these young kids. You bring in James, you're going to stunt the growth of the team by bringing him in. So now that in hand says, what do the Philadelphia 76ers do? Do they keep him, James, or do they trade for Damian Lillard? So that is the question on what's going to happen there. Congratulations to Amen Thompson for his deal. And then thus far, the draft has gone just as we thought at the mock draft. Victor Wembanyama, number 1. The Hornets taking Brandon Miller. The Blazers taking Scoot Henderson. And then, of course, the Rockets taking Amen Thompson. So we pretty much know these first 5 kind of where we're going to happen. But now comes those guys that the Thunder are starting to look at. And the Thunder, 3 of the players that I like are now coming up. That is Jerice Walker, Anthony Black, and Taylor Hendricks. So these are 3 guys that I really, really like. So the question is, are the Thunder going to do them? Now, like a lot of people think the Thunder are going to take Derek Lively, the 7'2" guy from Duke. Young player. He's got some upside. He can stretch the floor a little bit, but just being inside of 7'2" and being able to move and playing at Duke for a year, that's going to help him out tremendously. So anyway, here are what the Thunder can mean. Look, the guys that I've just talked about: Jerice Walker, Anthony Black, Taylor Hendricks, and Kobe Rifkin, and Bilal Coulibaly is there all there. Now, the other guy that I really like that they didn't have on there is Grady Dick. And my guy Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com loves Grady Dick, because we saw him play quite a bit, number 1. And number 2, we are very, very high on anybody that played at Kansas. I mean, you look at Braun played at Kansas 2 years ago, last year, this year he's in the NBA Finals. And then you've got, I can't think of the kid's name, the Kings. So, Bill Self's got 3 guys contributing really, or 2 guys contributing really. One that has a ring right now. In fact, we saw Bill there with Norm, his longtime assistant. Both of them were there in Denver watching Christian Braun play and win the championships. And by the way, congratulations to him. Congratulations to Coach Self on drafting another and coaching up another guy who is successful in the league. So anyway, I appreciate Coach Self and what he's done, and y'all already know that I'm a big fan of Bill. Not the fact that I've known him forever, played with him. But anyway, I like the fact that he's growing guys, and that's the thing that I like about Grady Dick. He will come into a system. He will be NBA ready as far as understanding spacing, understanding shooting because he can shoot the ball, which is one of the Thunder needs. And then he can also defend, which is another Thunder need. And so that's what I was talking about. I mean, you give me, the choices of give me a shooter, which he takes that. Give me a wing defender, he does that. So those are two of the things that he can do along with those other guys that I said that we need. The only thing he doesn't do is give us an inside presence as a shot blocker, which, of course, Taylor Hendricks does, and Derek Lively does that too. He can defend on the wing, and he can block shots and defend the post. So those are the things that the Thunder are going to have to make some decisions on. But next up, in the draft, is what we have right now in this mock draft that me and my guys came up with. We think that the next pick will be Jarice Walker. That's who we think, and this kid is a stud. I really like him. He played at Houston. He's only 19. He's a power forward, and he'd be right there at home, right there in Detroit, playing with some other guys that are about his size. And now all that does is make those guys long, athletic, and they'll get Cade Cunningham back this year because, remember, he got hurt and he was done for the rest of the year. But, he's just an absolute monster. I'm a huge fan of Cade's, clearly because I watched him play at Oklahoma State. So, but anyway, the Thompson twins are there. That's him and his brother. And so we shall see where the other one goes. But coming up for Houston, what do the Rockets do? Do they keep the status quo? They keep everything going the way they're doing, or are they going to change up and do something different? That's going to be the question of what's going to happen. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do and what they're going to what's going to happen with them. But that being said, I'm excited about what I'm seeing thus far from the draft. The players being taken, I agree with everything they're doing, especially since my guys and I have kind of did our mock draft and what we thought that would happen. Now this is the thing. I do believe we're not. The only thing is the Thunder taking Derek Lively. I understand that, but the three guys coming up that I want are next, and that is Jarice Walker, the power forward from Houston, Anthony Black from Orlando Magic. He would be the next one. He's a point guard from Arkansas. Really, really like him a lot. He could really help us, especially when SJ is off the floor. He could give Josh a little bit of a break, and Josh could play off the ball a little bit more, work on his shot, which is going to help him. And then, of course, Taylor Hendricks, which, of course, is my favorite, the power forward from UCF. That's kind of who I'm hoping. But the Detroit Pistons are up on the clock. So I know you guys are probably watching right now to seeing what's going on. I know that I am. I'm watching. And so we're watching right now to see who they're taking. And they're taking Arthur Thompson is the one they took. Wow. Okay. Thompson brothers, that's who they took instead of Jarice Walker. Okay, took the brother. That's funny because the one brother went to Rockets and the other brother came right after him, which I don't know if that's ever happened, has it? Has that ever happened? I don't know if that's ever happened before. What, one brother, twin brother was taken, and then the next, they both were taken in the lottery. Are you gone, Kat? That was our girl Kat, the owner of Kat's Tavern. She just is walking out. But how about that? How about that shocker? Amen goes, and then Ulster goes right after that to the Pistons. So that knocks away our draft and what we thought was going to happen. But like I said, the Thompson twins, they both were very dominant playing 1 year plus. Remember, they are a year out of college. They've got a chance to or a year out of high school, so they got a chance to play more and develop and work on their game. And so they really think a lot of this kid, clearly, and watching him and his brother go at it, they were dominant. But, of course, like I said before, they were going against high school kids necessarily. Now, the higher-level high school kids, don't get me wrong, these are AAU stop stars that they're going against. But on the other side of that, you're still not going against college competition grown men. So, anyway, but both of them they work well together. They can shoot the three, they can defend. And like I said, as one person said, the 3 and D guys, which means they can shoot the three and they can D up. But I'm a firm believer. I was listening to, I don't know who it was, talking about that the league has reverted back to big men who can stretch the floor. You still have to defend. If you can't defend on the wing, everybody, is jumping on the the Joker bandwagon. I mean, the Joker's playing the same way he's always played. The difference is he now has Aaron Gordon, who can defend the best player on the other team, who's long, who's athletic, and they added KCP. Basically, their team was the same, and they finished fourth and fifth. So those two additions made all the difference in the world to what they were doing. You gone? All right. Hello, everybody. Kat just walked in. She's bouncing out of here. You gone, girl? Yeah. All right. Well, have fun tonight. What's Jeff cooking?
I don't know.
I saw him grilling something.
Pork last night, pork butt.
Oh, was that? Tell the brother, he can bring some shit up here for somebody. Are you working tomorrow? Tell him to bring me some leftovers.
I work tomorrow night. We have some. I'll bring some.
Oh, okay. Yeah, tell him to do something. All right, babe. Thank you. See you later. All right, that's our girl, Kat. Kat's Tavern. Of course, this is where we're at today, tonight, enjoying this patio weather. And then, of course, I can't get my guy, Luke, over there. He's not over there right now. He won't come on and be on the air with me. But thus far, the draft, we just had our first twist in the draft, in the drafting order of who we thought was going to be here. So we shall see what's going to happen. Now in our Thunder mock, in the NBA mock, we had Arsa going to the Wizards at the number 8 pick, of course, but he went to the Pistons and said, so now what does that mean? Does that move everybody down, which is a good thing for the Thunder, I believe, because now the question is we may be able to get a Jarice Walker, because now the Magic, do they take Anthony Black or do they take Jarice? So now it's really opened up things for everybody, and that's really a good thing for the Thunder because, Jarice is a 6'5" guy. Anthony Black, of course, the point guard from Arkansas. And then you got Taylor Hendricks there from Indiana. And then also is going to go to the Wizards. And, of course, they have a shooting guard, small forward, and they really don't need that. So now the question is, what do? Do they help the Thunder since they got what they really wanted already? Does he do a deal with his boy Sam and let him move up and take some of the picks from the Thunder? Do they get an inside deal there and help out the Thunder by letting us move up if Taylor Hendricks is there and at number 7 and they move back to 12 since they got Tyus and they've got Jordan Poole. So they don't need guards. All they need is bigs now. And remember, they still got a good, solid group of talent with them. So now the question is, what happens with that? And you can see the draft order. And I think that this does well for the Thunder simply because now it kind of screws up everything, but people still need what they need. But now, what do the Wizards do? Do they go ahead, since he's got the guy that we had projected to them, got taken because they don't need him now anyway because of the moves that they made today during the trade. So the next up, we shall see if it's going to go. Who's the next person up? The commissioner, the next selection is going to be the Orlando Magic. They take Anthony Black. Of course they take Anthony Black. Of course they take Anthony Black. That's who we thought they were going to take. And what does that mean? Jarice Walker has just fallen one more stripe. And remember, he's a guard, so we know that the Wizards aren't going to take him because why would they? Because they've got Tyus and they've got Jordan Poole. So they really don't need another guard. Now, they might because he's a rookie and that might help them. But, I mean, do you really need that? Probably not. So this would be a nice little, if the Thunder could slide up here and number 7 and get that, that would be a nice pick for us if we could slide in and get that man and trade up, give up some of our picks for next year. Because remember, we do have 4 first-round picks next year. Man, that'd be a nice deal to be able to slide up to get Jarice or to get Taylor. Now, of course, I do want Taylor, so a lot of it's going to depend on what happens with Taylor and what Taylor is going to do. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that and what's going to go on. Crystal, would you bring me some water, please? Would you bring me some water? Thank you. I've got this Bud Light here, but I need some water too. I need to hydrate as well. So anyway, now all kind of scenarios are up in the air and what's going to happen. So, man, I mean, that draft right there moving up has made a huge difference. Everybody else has pretty much stayed where they said they were going to stay. So now does Jarice Walker fall to us? Do we get that lucky? Does he fall to us? Because that would be sweet if he fell to us. I mean, that would be things are looking pretty good for the Thunder as far as the things that they're doing right now. So I'm excited about that and excited that the Thunder now have an opportunity. Uh, the Thunder might get lucky, even though we did not get Wembanyama. The Thunder may get a chance to get what they wanted in the end anyway. So remember, the 7th pick is coming up, and the 8th pick is the Wizards. So the Pacers. I mean, man. I tell you, I'm excited about what's happening. I'm excited what's going to see. The Thunder now have a great opportunity to slide up because now you've got a couple of guys that are sitting here that now with the Thunder we can get up and make a move if necessary. So I don't know if Sam is actually going to wait to see who he wants to take or what's going to happen at this particular point. Uh, but I mean, he might. But to me, it's like, what do you do right now? I mean, the Pistons, the 6. Okay, you got the Orlando Magic are on the clock at number 6. No, they're not. They just picked. What are they talking about? Orlando is on the clock right now. The Thunder are sitting there. We have such an opportunity. Man, I mean, please, Orlando, go ahead and take who we think you're going to take. Because Orlando, if they take Anthony Black like we thought they were going to do, man, that makes it really well, they already took him. So what am I talking about? So now Orlando's up. So we shall see what's going to happen here. Man, I tell you, there's so many things firing off right now. I'm trying to do 5 different things at once right now, and it's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy trying to look at all this and talk to you guys and do everything with the draft all at one time. I tell you, boys, man, I'm excited. Well, hopefully my guys, Drew Hinthorn and Husker Drew Picks.com is going to come in so we can get him on and get his reaction to what's transpired at this point. Okay, here we go. Here's the next pick. The Indiana Pacers are up to see what's going to happen with them. And Indiana Pacers, Bilal Coulibaly. Oh, wow. Whoa, yay, Thunder. Woo. Man, things are falling great for us right now. I'm so excited. I mean, he's a beast. I mean, I know Sam Presti went over and saw him play. But the Pacers didn't take who we thought they would. And remember, I had picked the Thunder needs, and we picked here's the Thunder picks. We have 1 this year in the first round. We own 4 next year. So, man, I'm excited about what's happening. Remember, the Thunder needs. We need a 3-point shooter. We need a wing defender. We need an inside presence. And we have to decide if we want to draft or trade that pick. Okay, that's where the Thunder at. And here are the players that I want the Thunder to pick. Okay, Anthony Black on the board. Taylor Hendricks still on the board. Jerice Walker still on the board. Bilal just went off the board to the Pacers. Kobe Buffkin still on the board, and Derek Lively still on the board. Now, to me, like I said, remember the Wizards are up next with the draft. And remember, the beautiful thing about the Wizards, guys, is what? Do you remember what I said about the Wizards? Does everybody remember what I said about the Wizards? The Wizards GM used to be the former Vice President of Basketball Operations. Trade. Let's go. And whatever you do, let's not take Taylor Hendricks. Whatever you do, come on, let's go. That's all I know. Bilal, he's a great young player. The Pacers are taking advantage of him. Plus, they're planning on, I think, getting rid of Buddy Hield. They're planning on, what's my big man's name? We'll discuss it tomorrow more in depth tomorrow on the Unpopular Hour, our daily sports show that we have, and we'll discuss that more in detail about that. But the Thunder, like I said, we're sitting there nice right now with what we can have. Jerice Walker is still on the board. I mean, I'm sitting here pretty. Taylor Hendricks is still on the board. I'm hoping that we can do this. This is be fantastic if the Thunder can get lucky enough to take the draft, to get the way that the draft is going right now for us, man, I tell you, the Thunder could get so lucky if everything goes the way we want it to go right now. I'd say we move up. This is a perfect time for a trade. We have a guy who would trade with us, and the Wizards are on the clock right now. Because we know Utah, that's who they wanted, the Bilal Coulibaly, that's who they wanted, and they got stolen. But Anthony Black is off the board, Bilal is off the board, and the Wizards are on the clock. So I would not be surprised right now if a trade happened, and that would be fantastic if there was a trade happening right now for the Thunder to move up and to get who we want, because two of the guys that we wanted are off the clock. But that being said, we still have Jerice Walker, who's a shooting guard. We still have him on the deal. Taylor Hendricks, who is the guy that I like, is still on the board. And then Bilal Coulibaly just went off. And then the Thunder mock, okay, here, going back to it, here's just what I said that I wanted. And when you look at it, you have Jerice Walker, who I like. You have Taylor Kendricks, who I like. So Bilal and Anthony Black are both off the board right now. Let me see. I've been told that the Pacers are trading back for the Wizards. Okay, they're trading back for the Indiana, so that means they must be targeting somebody there. Jerice Walker's probably going to go off the board now, coming up if they're doing that. Washington, of course, I mean, they've got all the trades, so, I mean, they're in a great position. I mean, they are really sitting good. They got rid of Beal. They got rid of Porzingis. They added Tyus, and they added, they're sitting pretty. I mean, they really are. The Wizards are sitting really pretty right now with what they have. I mean, they're sitting really, really good right now with what they have. So this draft is really not a lot. They can move back. I mean, they got, what's left over, you can plug and play kind of anywhere, anything, because remember, they still have Kyle Kuzma there at small forward. So they're sitting really good now with Kuzma and Jordan Poole and Tyus. So they're sitting pretty good right now with what they have there in Washington. So they're okay. And like I said, I just was hoping that Sam Preston would move up, or maybe he's just content where we are at 12. I mean, right now, everything is falling the way we want. The player that we really want has not been taken. He doesn't clearly have a sense of the player that he wants is still on the board, so he's really not thinking that somebody is going to take the player that Sam is really looking for off the board, because he would move up. Because remember, we have 4 picks next year, 3 the following year. So he's got plenty of things, okay? And any of their Pacers with the 8th pick, it's like Jerice Walker. Yep, another guy off the board for the Thunder. And remember, when we're looking at Thunder picks and who the Thunder wanted, sorry about that. The Thunder mock, here the Thunder wanted. Okay, Jerice Walker is now off the board. Anthony Black is now off the board. Bilal Coulibaly is off the board. So, when you look at what just happened, okay, Indiana Pacers are the ones that made the move, okay? Because Washington is, they're like whatever. Okay, they're whatever. They're not, they got pretty much what they want. They didn't really need anything in this draft, really, basically where they were at, because the guys they probably would have used are already gone. So, for Washington, great trade by them. I thought they would have traded with the Thunder, but the Pacers have just made a huge deal going to get these 2 guys back-to-back. So what a selection that the Pacers have done in back-to-back selections, getting Bilal and then turn around and getting Jerice Walker. So, they are sitting really good right now. Loved what they're doing, and they're very active. But like I said, I think Sam already knows what he wants. I think he already knows who he's, and, right now he's not worried because who he's wanted has not been taken yet. So, but like I said, when we were looking at the Thunder of who I liked for the Thunder, Jerice now gone, Anthony Black now gone. Bilal now gone. So the other three guys that I really like, my favorite, of course, like I said, been saying, is Taylor Hendricks. So he's still there. Kobe's still there. Derek Lively is still there. So all these guys are still sitting there for the Thunder to make a move on if they need to. So that's kind of what I see and what I'm excited about for the Thunder right now. But we shall see. I mean, it's the draft. But like I said, I'm excited right now because what I like, the guys that I like that I keep saying are still sitting there that can make all the difference. Because what are the Thunder needs? Once again, we talk about we need a three-point shooter, we need a wing defender really good, and we need inside presence. So what, to me, what Hendricks does, he gives you the shooter, he gives you that wing defender, and he gives us inside presence because he can go and he can block shots and he can get off the ground. Unlike Kendricks William K. Rich. Unlike him, he really can't block any shots. He can't, and you look at Jeremiah Robinson Earl, he can't really block any shots. So they're really not a inside presence at all. Now, what Kendricks does, he does a greater job of defending wing bigs than he does wing defenders. He's not quick enough out there to defend on the wing, but he can defend in the post. Jeremiah Robinson Earl, clearly the same thing, but neither one of them are that great of a rebounders. And plus, they think that they can really. Jeremiah Robinson Earl knows his role. I'm going to catch, I'm going to stretch the floor, I'm going to shoot the three. Kendrick Williams tends to get a little bit out of control, trying to do more than he's really capable of. But like I've always said about the Thunder, when SGA is in there and he's rolling, he's going, then everybody else don't feel like they have to make a play. Because when guys feel like they have to make a play, we don't have the guys who can actually go make plays. And that makes all the difference in the world. Because if you've got guys who can make plays, that's different. We have SGA can make a play. Josh who can make a play. J-Dub is finally trying to make a play, even though at the end of games, he's really not there yet. But, of course, he's just a rookie. So do we really expect him to be able to do that? Not really, but he's doing fantastic anyway. He was a great surprise for that. So, anyway, I'm excited about what I've seen thus far in the draft. What was it? What have we been on the air? 40 minutes or so. It's been fantastic what we've seen. Okay, now the Utah Jazz are on the clock, and we'll see what they do. But once again, let's go ahead and take a break. We want to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic, for taking care of us and keeping me up and running at all times. Love what they do. If you have any needs for any computers, software to be custom written for your office, they're more than capable of doing that. You have website designs, they can do that as well. They are perfect for any of those needs. Plus, if you need anything to make your office run smoother and more efficiently, they can write the software and do that stuff for you to get that done. SRB, if you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, they are the people to talk to about that. Oak Grove Trucking, man, my guy Jose Fierro, doing work, hooking us up, doing all the things that he always does for us. And if you have any needs for any rocks to be moved, any dirt to be moved, he is the dude. Greg and Max Nafee support me in everything I do for the Matt Clark Basketball Academy and for this. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They are an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, and proud sponsor for us today to be here at Cat's Tavern. And, of course, we will talk about Cat's here in a minute and get that done. Hold on a sec. Hey, Kai, will you bring me some water for me? Yes, please. Anyway, or you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. So we want to thank them for their sponsorship for us to be out for minority women and black-owned businesses. Now, if you want to go into the bank, because they are a personal bank, you can go in and check out the guys at the main location. They're on 401M in downtown Yukon. YNB East on the Parkway in 66. They're in Yukon, East Yukon. YNB Mustang at 218 North Mustang Road, YNB Parkway on I-40 and Garth Brooks Boulevard, just south of I-40, right there in front of the I think it's Integris. I believe it's Integris. It's there. And then YNB Peoples, which of course is on 23rd. So we want to thank them for that. And then, like I said, we are here at Cat's Tavern doing our thing. Thank you, Kai. What are you doing? Did you just get here? Hey, Kai, did I give you your shirt already?
Yeah.
You did? You'll come say hi?
It's super comfy.
This is now. If you want to come here, look, check out our lovely bartender. This is Kai. Say hi. Looking good. Come see her tonight. Oh, we had karaoke tonight, don't we?
Yeah.
Wednesday night. Wednesday night. Wait, this is Thursday.
9.
Thursday at 9 o'clock tonight. Of course, they do have karaoke for all you karaoke people. And then, of course, our newest sponsor, DT Construction and Consulting. And man, Drew has been busy doing a bunch of work. Appreciate our guy. If you have any needs for roofing or remodeling, I mean, he did gutters. They come in and they've done some landscaping, driveways. They can do it all. Plus, if you got needs for inside, I know he's going to do some stuff for our guy, Ben Dillman, inside his house. You can contact them at 405-209-4051. That's 405-209-4051. Or you can email him at dtconstruction2015@outlook.com. They are respectful, local, and loyal. You know what that means, right? That means if you call him, he does answer his phone. If there's a problem, he will fix it. So check out our boy, Drew Hinthorn. And like I said, we are today at Cat's Tavern doing the show tonight. That was a lovely Kylie. Just popped up and gave me some water. They're at 901 64th on Oklahoma City, just north of 63rd and Classen, just one block north, as a matter of fact. So contact them at 405-242-6100. They are open from 12 to 2 daily. Now, up on the clock, we've just got, oh man, of course the Jazz took our boy Taylor Hendricks. Of course they did. Of course they did. I figured that they were going to do that. When you go to our mock draft, the NBA mock draft, you had them taking Bilal Coulibaly, but of course the next best guy that was available was Taylor Hendricks. That was it because Jerice is gone, Anthony Black is gone, both the Thompson boys are gone, and Taylor Hendricks was supposed to be gone, so he was the best player available for them. And of course, they went ahead and they took Taylor Hendricks, which means that I guess we're going to stay pat at where we are, which means if the Magic don't take Covey Buffkin, we were going to take them, or Derek Lively. So I guess we're pretty much set at where we're going to be and what we're going to do because of all the guys that I wanted. Walker's gone, Black is gone, Hendricks is now gone, Bilal is gone. So the only two left are Kobe Buffkin and Derek Lively. Those are the only two that are left. For that, I really like, man, you guys, I mean, y'all can tell the disappointment in my voice. I am thoroughly disappointed that this kid has been taken. I wanted him so bad. It's just I'm very frustrated that he is gone. He is the guy that I think would have made all the difference for the Thunder of what we need. But, of course, Sam Presti is good at what he does, and he has a plan on who he likes. You know, I mean, like I said, the Thunder needs are simple. We've got to have a shooting guard, or we need to have a shooter, three-point shooter. We need to defend on the wing because of where we were defensively, and we have to have an inside presence. I mean, I don't know how many games we lost because we couldn't rebound the damn ball at the end of the game. And a lot of it was because we had the wrong lineups in the game, and we were trying to lose on top of that because, remember, we were one short of being eighth. So if we were the eighth pick, remember, if we would have lost one more game, this is what the Thunder would be sitting at right now in the mock draft. The Thunder would be 8. So we would have picked one deal before the Jazz at number 8. That's where we would have been in the Wizards' position. But the one loss made all the difference in the world for the Thunder. But once again, like I said, I like the Thunder. I like what our team looks like. I wish we would have went ahead and got that 1 year in the playoffs to get some experience, but that did not happen. And so anyway, I'm still a little upset about that. But anyway, the Thunder, the Mavs are now on the clock. The question is now, who are the Mavs going to take? Now in the mock draft, you can see everybody before the Mavs is now gone. Everybody. They didn't necessarily go in this order, but everybody before the Mavs is supposed to have been taken has been taken. So the Mavs are sitting there at number 9. So when you look at where they're at and who they can take, there's my guy Drew Hinthorn. What's up, big dog?
Oh, what's going on, man? Just trying to figure out what Stephen A. Smith's wearing tonight.
I'm not paying attention to Stephen A. Smith, man. The Utah Jazz,
I mean, he
man.
thinks looks like he's dressed up for Easter.
I'm not paying attention to him, dude. Cam Whitmore is the next guy you think that we thought Utah was going to take him, but everybody's gone because of Bilal Coulibaly going earlier than what everybody thought he would. So the Mavs are now up, and when you look at this kid, he's a small forward from Villanova. Do you like Cam Whitmore? Do you know anything about him?
I do. I mean, what the Mavs? I mean, man, I don't know. They need a little size, I think, but it's gonna. I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air on their pick. Who knows what they're gonna pick? And if they pick a shooter, they'd probably tell you that Kyrie's not gonna be there.
Yeah, if they take somebody else, but pretty much the only guy they could really take that would really take Kyrie's place would be Kobe Buffkin from Michigan.
Yep.
Or
right.
you're the guy that we both like, Grady Dick. We both like him a lot.
That's what I was about to say. Boy, that'd be a nice fit.
Yeah, I just sit there and look at that and look what they can go. But hey, Drew, how about the picks, the draft, the deals today, the trades, man? And I look at the Wizards.
Yeah.
I was sitting there looking at the Wizards. They traded out. Why wouldn't they? To Indiana. I mean, I got my guards are set. I've got Tyus, I've got Jordan Poole, and I've got our guy. My mind just went blank. Our guy from used to be at L.A. Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah.
At Washington. They got rid of Porzingis and they got rid of Chris Paul. So, and they got rid of Bradley Beal. So they're sitting good, don't you think?
You think so? Yeah.
I mean, that team they got is nice.
Make some moves. Yep.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
They can definitely make some moves. They got clearing some space. What they're clearing space for, we don't know yet.
What, the Wizards?
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is that in the draft, they didn't really need anybody because you got Tyus can go. You know what I'm saying? The point guard from Memphis, they got him, and they got rid of Porzingis, and they got rid of Bradley Beal, and then they added.
There's your pick, Taylor Hendricks to the Jazz.
Yeah, I know that. They just said that. I was pissed off about that, bro. I was not happy. We're at the Mavs now.
Stephen A. Smith has on.
I'm not paying attention to anything. Okay, here's the Wizards and the Pacers trade. Whoa. Did they trade? Did they switch with them is what they did?
I'm trying to see. I honestly just turned this thing on a minute ago. I've been
it looks like I know that they traded
around here. I've been watching a little bit of the baseball game too.
Yeah, I've been watching this, okay, and then Cason Wallace is who they took. Hey, Ty. Cason Wallace is who they took, bro. I didn't see that coming, did you?
No, I did not.
The Mavs. Dude, I'm just this draft sometimes. The first part of it went exactly like we thought.
Well, we said it. We said it that who knows what's going to happen tonight.
Yep.
A lot of these guys are, you get what did we say? You pick from 6 to 15 and pretty much interchangeable.
Really, that's facts. Really, to be honest with you, that's kind of how it works out. But when you look, because in the mock draft of what I you and I had talked about the draft, we had Wembanyama 1, we had Brandon Miller 2, we had Scoot Henderson 3, 4 we had Amen Thompson, 5 we had Jarice Walker, which of course his brother went to the Pistons, and then you had Anthony Black, and then you had Jarice Walker, then you had Bilal, then you had of course now Taylor going to where he went, and I did not want to see him at the Jazz. But the crazy thing was, Drew, I was thinking, the Thunder were one loss away from being number 8 seed.
Yep.
One loss away.
Yep.
And in that number 8, you're sitting pretty because you get who you want in a Taylor Hendricks.
Where did this guy play here from?
I think he played at Kentucky.
The Jazz.
Played at Kentucky. Oh, the guy from Jazz. You talking about Taylor Hendricks?
Yeah.
He played UCF.
Yeah, UCF. Okay.
Yeah, he's that 6'8", 6'9", long, shoot, athletic, block shots, run the floor, play D, score. I like that kid a lot, but
yeah, he's tough.
But the Thunder needs are still the same. We have to have a 3-point shooter. We need a wing defender. We need inside presence. So the two guys that I think you and I had talked about it when you looked at the Thunder draft. Jerice Walker is now gone. Anthony Black is gone. Taylor Hendricks is now gone. Bilal is gone. So the only thing left is Kobe and Derek. Those are the two things that are left. And which one do you like
Mhm.
of those?
I like Grady Dick.
Yeah, I like Grady Dick too. Grady's because who do we have now? It's the
I
Mavs.
mean, if he falls to the Thunder, that's a gift. I think.
I
If he's
agree.
at 12, the Thunder got it.
They got to take him. I mean, I believe. I mean, they've got to take Grady.
Yeah. I mean, what are them looking here? I'm looking at who they have as the best available players here. I mean, you got to be or the kid from Michigan. I would be.
That's what I'm saying.
That too.
That's what I'm saying. You got Kobe Buffkin left for the Thunder.
Yeah.
You have Kobe Buffkin and you have Derek Lively, which of course he's a Dookie, and I know you don't like. I know you don't like.
Not necessarily just because he's a Dookie. I just wasn't that impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, he was all right. He was like, I'm much more impressed with Dick than I was him.
Yeah. Well, Grady does two things for us, and Lively only gives us one. That's the difference.
I think Orlando's going to take the kid from Michigan.
They're loaded with guards. They've got your boy, and they've got the kid from what's his name from. They're loaded at guard, man. They're loaded at guard. I don't see them taking him. I mean, I really don't. I mean,
that guy that just got drafted. His mom looks like she's about 6'5", and then this is Weebenyama's parents. Weebenyama's parents. His dad looks like he's about 5'2", and his mom looks like she's about 6'5".
Well, Wembenyama's mom was a player over there in France, and his dad was a soccer player.
Yeah.
So I mean, he got feet, he got everything. But hey, man, tall women they like short men, right?
Oh yeah. Right.
I'm not a fan of tall women. I don't mean
funny.
this. I'm trying to say as nice as I can say.
What is
Drew,
he? 7'2"?
Right now? What? Who? Wembenyama?
Wembenyama.
I think he's 7'3", 7'4". They're growing. He's growing. They said he's almost 7'4" now.
Jeez.
But
that's
dude,
crazy.
But did you see him? Doing his between the leg drills and to step back, and then he was. I saw him. He was juggling 3 balls, Drew. He juggled 3 basketballs.
Crazy.
To me, that's just crazy right there. Okay, what did we just do? A trade here?
Yeah, proposed
Mavs
trade.
and Magic.
Denver's involved.
The Bills,
Proposed
Magic,
trade with Denver.
Orlando Magic traded. Okay, we'll get that back here in a minute.
Yeah, you're ahead of me. I think my satellite is behind you.
Yeah, the Utah. Let me see. Orlando Magic, Jet Howard from Michigan. They took the other big guy from Michigan. Ty, you gonna come get on, man, or you just gonna sit back there? You come to get on, bring a chair over here. Yeah, grab that chair.
Well,
man.
I mean, if the Thunder don't take the kid Dick from Kansas, I'm gonna be highly irritated.
Yeah, the Thunder now. Okay, where are we at, Drew? We are sitting. When you look at the NBA mock draft, okay, the last couple guys, we're still sitting here. Cam Whitmore's still there. Kobe Ruffkin, Derek Lively. Cason Wallace was supposed to go to the Hawks. He's gone. So we'll see what's going to happen here with the Thunder coming up. Joined by my guy. Man,
you gotta prop your phone up, though.
Huh?
You gotta prop your phone up, though.
Why do I need to prop my phone up?
So I can see the draft.
Who? We'll just pull that around. You need to slide over, man. You're not in the camera, bro. I guess I can turn it a little bit. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you're good. Fix my hair.
Well, I'm the star. Can't kick myself out.
Yeah, you gotta get yourself in there.
Oh, there we go. Just slide over a little bit more. I'm joined by my boy Tyler. What's going on, dog?
Oh man, just been listening to the show today and wandered out here and.
Hey, Drew. This kid right there, I like
Yes,
him a
sir.
lot. I like this kid a lot because he and Kobe Buffkin played together at Michigan.
Yeah, yeah, he's they're tough.
I mean, I like them both,
We'll
but
see right here. I mean, what's your gut feeling telling you? The kid, well, who they gonna take?
man,
I think they're gonna take Dick. I think he's the most NBA ready player right there for what they need.
well, if I'm the Thunder, Drew, where I'm at right now, here's my mock Thunder draft. I got Kobe Buffkin, I got Derek Lively, and I didn't have Grady Dick because I forgot to put him on there, but Grady Dick is my other one. I like Dick a lot. I like him a lot. I mean, he played for Bill. I like what I see, but
Yep.
I just don't know, Drew, to be honest with you. I just don't know.
Yeah, I hope they
My
take
my
him, but
gut my
they don't
gut
ever
is
do
they
it. I
take
think they
my
do.
gut is they take Buffkin. If I
I'm
had,
gonna
if I,
say, who's the most obscure? Who do we have that's on the board that's most the obscure player from a foreign country? That's who they'll take. Who's
yeah.
the guy from France that's supposed to go in like the second round? That's who they'll take.
Well, the only two foreign guys who are any good are gone. So, anyway, what's left, Drew, is Kobe Buffkin or Derek Lively or Grady Dick. Now, you and I both agree that you should take Grady Dick. Who do you think, Ty? You like
I
Grady
mean,
Dick? You like Buffkin?
I think they're going to take Grady Dick because it's Sam Presti, but
Well, remember Sam's wife, Drew. I don't know if you knew this. She went to KU. She used to work for Bill. Did you
Okay.
know that? Wow. Yeah, the storm. I mean, the wind, just a gust of wind went flying through here, and
Oh yeah,
Tyler and I went,
we're
"What the?"
getting rain and thunder out here.
Yeah, dude. It's after the Thunder pick, I may bounce out of here, man. I don't know how. I mean, it's right here, dude.
yeah,
It's
the
coming.
wind's picking up.
It's coming, and
It's gonna get-
I just bought this light. I just literally just bought. I just bought this ring light. I mean, literally just bought it last night. So I'm hoping.
You
Well,
can see the
yeah, it's
the webcam is steady.
yeah. The webcam is on a tripod though. It ain't going nowhere. But anyway, Drew. So what is your guess? Can you hear me,
Man,
Drew?
I'm gonna stick with my original. I think it's Grady Dick.
Yeah. You think Grady Dick too, Ty?
I think they're going to do it because he's there.
I
but
think it takes him too, but it's to him or
I don't
Kobe.
think they thought he was. I don't think they thought he was gonna be there.
No,
Yeah.
he was projected earlier to go like 8 or 9, and then these other guys started coming up. But I think they're going to take Kobe. I prefer Grady Dick with y'all, but I think my gut feeling
Well, I mean,
is,
Kobe's the better, probably, definitely the better athlete.
yep.
You know, he's gonna give you a little more. He's gonna get a little more athleticism, probably a better rebounder, probably a better defender. But if you're looking for an offensive punch, you got to go with Dick.
Well, say my thing is, Drew. I don't know if he's going to be a better defender because I trust Bill over Juwan Howard. You know what I'm saying?
True.
If I have the choice between two guys, I'm gonna take. Okay, here we go. 3-point shooter, shot block. That's what I said. 3-point shooter, shot blocker coming up the Thunder's pick.
Oh, they're
Are
on.
we gonna go with Lively? Are we gonna go with Lively? Or are we gonna go with Buffkin? Or I mean, that's what we need. Drew, we've talked about that. The Thunder needs are really simple. We'll
Going
pick
off,
these up.
going off the board, they're taking some guy we never heard of. That's it.
No, no, don't you? Well, see how you be doing, man. No, we ain't even talking about that. We're not doing. Don't do that. The Thunder's picks we need. Okay, what are the Thunder needs? We need a 3-point shooter. We need a wing defender. We need inside presence.
Shooters and shot blockers.
That's what we need. We need an inside presence. We need some defender. And we need a shooter for sure. Now, Grady Dick gives us the shooter and the defender, and Griffin gives us a better defender and a decent shooter. He's more like a.
It said Wembanyama is 7'5".
Is he 5? Yeah, I told you, Drew. He's growing.
Yeah,
He's growing, dude.
He grew an inch in the last hour.
Yeah, he grew an inch because I know they were saying that when he finished the summer league.
Proposed trade from Dallas, pick number 10 to OKC. Case and Wallace.
Okay, so yeah, I was gonna say they're gonna do something or
They
try to
got
move some stuff
so
around.
Dallas. This is Dallas's pick.
Yeah, this is Dallas's pick number 10, right? That's what I'm saying. They took Kaysen. Yeah, they took Kaysen.
And they proposed it, they traded him to Oklahoma City.
What?
Yeah. Proposed trade to Oklahoma City for Dallas, the number 10 pick goes to Oklahoma City. Case and Wallace.
Wow. Okay, well, let's go here and talk about
Yeah. So this is Dallas's pick.
So we traded with Dallas is who we traded with?
But it's saying there's a proposed trade on the board, Dallas to Oklahoma City, the number 10 pick, Case and Wallace.
So which is clearly who he wanted.
Yeah.
Well, what we'll do tomorrow, Drew, is we'll have a break.
Proposed trade to Oklahoma City.
Well, what we'll do tomorrow is we'll have the breakdown on the show tomorrow on what they do. So
I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like him, though. He's a SGA. He's that kind of player.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that either, man.
No, he's small. What is he, 6'2", 6'3"?
You know what that does is that gives you, that takes over for that means that Trey Mann is gone. That's a Trey Mann replacement.
What we say on the show the other day, we'll know what their plans are just by who they take their first pick.
I mean, we know that means Trey is gone. That's what that means, because now we don't have another pick until 50th. That's where our next pick is. 50th, because we traded our 37th pick. Huh?
Case and Wallace. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you miss Grady Dick. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Well, if we
what do you bet Dallas takes
10,
Grady Dick?
We still got our.
Well, of course Dallas takes Grady Dick. That's who we just talked. That's who we thought that Dallas was going to take in the first place. But
so
you know what?
We're doing our thing now, though.
They said the pick is on its way to Dallas, and the Thunder take, with the 12th pick, the Thunder take
Lively.
Derek Lively.
That makes sense. Dallas needs size.
Dallas needs size, so they traded with that. But
That's what we just said earlier in the show. You know what Dallas needs? They need size.
They need size inside. That's what they need, an inside presence. But, dude, Drew, we'll do a deep dive into that. And we're going to get off the air right now because I think this weather's going to kick in. And the last thing I want to do is starting to lighten.
Jump back on for the Thunder. It's pouring here. If you jump back on for the Laker game, let me know.
You want to do what now?
You jump back on for the Laker pick, let me know.
Okay. I will. Okay, when I get back home, and I'll text you.
Sounds good.
All right, bro. That's my guy, Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. Want to thank Kat. Go Big Red. He has to throw that in there. I want to thank Kat for Kat's Tavern for allowing us to come and be here on the deck. Want to thank YNB. Well, here, let me tell you where we're at. We're going to do this closeout real quick. We're at Kat's Tavern, 901 64th, just north of 63rd and Classen. They are open. Kat's Tavern are open Monday through Sunday from 12 to 2. And if you want to call for information, you can at 405-242-6100. And we want to thank YNB for sponsoring us tonight. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to do remote live streams to black, minority, and women-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. Here are the if you want to pre-qualify online, you can at www.ynbok.com, or you can go to any of their locations right here located here. And that being said, one thing, my guy Tyler for coming on. Sorry we really couldn't. I thought we'd get a chance to get into a little bit more, Ty, but
hey, the weather didn't cooperate.
No, it is not. That lightning is right there to the east of or to the west of us. It's coming here. I can see it right over there too. So that being said, I'm gonna get home to my big boy because Ace doesn't do well in storms, so I'm gonna go hang out with him. That being said, hey, everybody have a fantastic day, fantastic night, and go Thunder and peace out.